What's up guys? So as part of Tourism Week, I've partnered with Tourism Australia to show you guys around the most livable city in the world, Melbourne. I wanted to show you guys some of my favorite things to do, my favorite places to go, as well as truly be a tourist in my own city and try a few new things and tick a few things off my bucket list. Now, I can't wait to show you guys what I got up to on this epic staycation.
Off the ground.
It's crazy. It's so beautiful.
If there's one way to see Melbourne City, this is it. And the great thing about hot air balloons is they just float. There's no bumps, there's no turbulence. You literally just glide. It is so incredible. Interesting fact, Fitzroy Gardens, which is right here, was planted as a Union Jack 140 years ago. So if you look really close, you can see a Union Jack amongst these trees. That was smooth ass. So this is my pilot, his name is Kif, and I just wanted to thank you for an amazing flight. That was so smooth and such a unique perspective of the city. How long have you been flying for?
I actually have been flying for about 45 years, believe it or not. I actually started when I was 15, but not in balloons. I started flying gliders, but yeah, I got into ballooning about 33 years ago.
That's incredible. And all of your sons are balloonists as well.
Oh, and a daughter, yeah.
And a daughter.
Yeah, my daughter holds the Australian altitude record. Yeah, they're all aeronauts.
That's incredible. Where else do you fly aside from Melbourne?
Well, we do promotional and film work all over the world. My son actually takes a balloon to the North Pole every year, which has been quite amazing. But we've done stuff all over the world and all over Australia.
I can imagine Melbourne is one of your favourite places to fly.
Oh look, it certainly is. I mean, the ability to be able to traverse the city in a hot air balloon over a major city like Melbourne, I mean,
it's incredible.
You won't do it anywhere else in the world, and you just saw that flight this morning. I mean, it is absolutely an amazing experience. And for me as a pilot, it's really challenging, but really rewarding.
Thank you so much for such a unique experience, Kif. It was incredible.
Thanks for coming, Jamie.
Thanks, mate.
Black coffee, I'd say double.
Something that's very iconic about Melbourne is our coffee and our coffee culture. So we've just come down to a place called Fitzroy, which is home to some of our best cafes.
Black coffee, I'd say double.
That's a good coffee. How's yours,
Actually,
bro?
it's very good, yeah.
It's actually really good.
Exactly what we needed.
Oh, that is a comfy couch. So, being that it's a staycation, I decided to treat myself and I booked myself into a hotel. I'm staying at Crown Towers, which is one of Melbourne's premium hotels. This room is absolutely beautiful, and I'm really feeling like a tourist in my own city all over again. I'm actually super exhausted from that early morning start, so I'm gonna go have a quick nap, and in the meantime I'll give you guys a little bit of a room tour. See you in a bit. Man, I'm feeling energized now. I've had my nap, had a shower, a change of clothes, and I'm gonna head back out and get something to eat. And something you guys need to know about Melbourne is graffiti culture is really strong here. And it was once considered more of a deviant art form, but over the years, Melbourne City Council has really embraced it and recognized the talent of Melbourne graffiti artists. We've got some amazing legal graffiti walls all over our CBD. We've got Hosier Lane, which is world famous. You can't come to Melbourne and not visit Hosier Lane. And I'm gonna take you guys to one of my favorite places to eat. It's a place called Easy's, and it combines Melburnians' love of graffiti culture and great food all in one. So let's head down there. So I'm in Easy's now with Jimmy, who is the founder of this amazing restaurant and also one of Melbourne's biggest burger connoisseurs. All you need to do is check out your Instagram and see that you don't just love burgers, burgers are your passion in life. Like, how did you get into the burger industry and just going crazy with your imagination when it comes to burgers?
Very interesting question. It's been a long time. 2009 I started on a journey eating burgers around the world. Went to the States. Subsequently I wrote a book about them based in Victoria, and then I continued to travel the world eating them and have written about them, photographed them, and then this place came about and the opportunity came about through all of that travel and all of that research.
How did the concept of the train, the graffiti, everything that Easy's is come to be? Because I've never seen anything like it before.
So the place was birthed out of Melbourne's graffiti scene. We have such a thriving graffiti scene in this place. You know, I've always said, and many people always say, if Melbourne was in Europe, it would be the home of graffiti in the world. It would be the capital of graffiti. And we have so many incredibly talented artists. You know, from the late 70s, early 80s, all the way right through to now, and the transition. Predominantly, a lot of graffiti artists have transitioned from it being a rebellion into creating professions out of it.
Yeah,
because
really
they were such talented
art.
artists to begin with. That's right. The Hitachi train carriages were Melbourne train carriages, very Melbourne. A lot of them were built here. They came into service in 1974.
Wow.
And they continued in service all the way through until 2014. As a graffiti artist, the train was the best place for you to leave your message because it didn't just stay in the one spot. If you painted a train, the train traveled around the city to show everyone, that's right, to show everyone your message or your tag. This building was built and designed specifically to put the train carriages on the roof, and specifically because these train carriages were like the holy grail of graffiti.
Yeah. There's just so much history packed into one building, or not just history but subculture in general, and I love the way that you've embraced it and you've managed to merge that with food, which is something that's completely universal. It's a great way of introducing people to a subculture that they may not have been able to experience without that food element. So I've had a lot of burgers here before already. I already know they're great, but I want you to recommend a burger to me. What do you think I should get today?
Given the theme is Melbourne, I think we should have the Melbourne Madness. Another shout out to a Melbourne rapper, Bias B. It's a lyric named after a lyric in his song, and it features a potato cake, not a scallop if you're watching from elsewhere, and a dim sim. And
potato cake and a dim sim on a burger at the same time.
Well, dim sims were invented in Melbourne. So
really, I never knew that.
Yeah, the concept of having the spicy cabbage inside a dim sim wrapper is a Melbourne thing.
Wow.
So we'll bust out one of those, I reckon. I think that's about as Melbourne as we can make it.
Let's do it. I just hit the dim sim, it actually works. I shouldn't be talking with my mouth full, but
dim sims, folks, they work.
This is so good. One of my favorite things to do in Melbourne is visiting the National Gallery. There's always something interesting going on here. They're constantly switching it up. I came down to see the world's first quantum artwork. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I really understand what quantum artwork is, but this piece is so beautiful. It's a giant 3D frame that feels like it's coming out at you by a Turkish artist named Rafik Anadol. I probably just butchered his name, but seriously, you guys need to come and check this thing out. It is beautiful and it's free as well. I'm about to go meet up with some of the guys and we're gonna go to Nobu, which is directly downstairs at the casino. So let's go do it. And seriously, do you guys see this view? I feel like I'm in the hot air balloon all over again. What should I try first?
The Wagyu taco.
The Wagyu taco?
Yeah.
Let me get in there.
What do you think?
Wow. Oh my God, this is so good.
Yep.
I'm not much of a sushi person. I've been talked into this. It is actually good. Wow. So today I'm trying something that I've been wanting to do for a minute. I'm gonna go and check out Melbourne's wave pool. This is relatively new, it's world class, and as an Aussie, I feel like I should know how to surf. I was able to surf when I was a kid. As an adult, I've tried it again. I failed miserably. I don't know if by the end of it I'm gonna be able to stand up or not, but I'm gonna give it a try. I really wanna learn how to surf because I feel like it is so un-Australian of me that I can't. So let's go give this a crack. Just arrived at Urban Surf and I've got Jess here with me who's going to be teaching me to surf today. What do you think my likelihood is of getting up on the board today?
From seeing your jump up right then, I think you'll be up on the first one.
Wow, that's confidence.
Very good pop-up straight away.
I've just been getting taught some tips before I started filming. Also, question, how do the waves here compare to real waves?
The predictability is the biggest thing. You know exactly what's going to happen each time. Unless they're changing the settings upstairs, you know where the wave's going to form, you know where it's not going to form, and it just keeps being the same thing. So you can progress really quickly.
So what sort of waves can they change to? Because I've noticed some of them seem smaller and then maybe like half an hour later there'll be bigger ones. So how does all that work?
So they can literally change it any time they want. It ranges from the smallest wave we have, which would be on the cruiser setting, and then all the way up to what they would run in an expert session, which would be the barrel setting. But there's a big turns wave where you're doing turns all the way to the beach, and then there's also a big wave where you're getting barrel. So that's probably the two waves would be the turns and the barrels, but the size just increases as you go.
Cool, and you guys are open 7 days a week?
Yep, absolutely.
Nighttime sessions as well?
Yep, they're running sessions at 11 o'clock at night at the moment.
Amazing,
So,
that's very cool.
under the lights, it's awesome.
All right, well, I'm gonna head out there and hopefully I can do as you said, get up on the first one, but even if I don't, I'm gonna have fun trying. Lesson all finished. You were such a good teacher.
You're a good student.
I still can't believe you were right and I got up first try. I'm in shock.
Yeah, I'm still surprised because I saw it in your pop-up. I was like, oh, he's got it. But still to get the first wave, I mean, it was cool, really cool.
I had so much fun. I will be back for sure. You're going to see me again very soon because this was on my list of things to learn to do this summer. You guys should definitely come and check out Urban Surf. Highly recommend it.
Well, that's it for my staycation. It's time to check out. This has gone by way too quick. But the great thing about staycations is they never truly have to end. And if you're looking for somewhere to holiday, you should holiday here this year. 2020 was a rough year, and I think it's really important that we give back to local businesses and support Australian tourism. And we're just so blessed to have such an amazing country with so many unique things to do. Bye guys.